Now let's see. You think it's a letter A, but A is not. Let's see what means the fluctuations. It means it changes. Let's follow the rules. We have semicolon. Semicolon means the following sentence is an explanation to the preface. So, economists assert that countries who is looking to increase their reliance on solar energy should expand their capacity for storage. So this means normally. So having an ample reserve of stored energy can decrease the effects of what it changes in solar energy collection. Do you imagine?
Yes.
That's why. Let's follow the rules. Incentives means motivations to do something, but it does not make sense. What help us to know a semicolon? The explanation of the after, it's not related. So we are not talking about the aims or goals or objectives or drives or motivation. So wrong. Of course, development, no, because it's decrease. How decrease development? See that? So it's opposite. That's why. But what means letter C? Calibrations means, do you know when we have precise adjustments, when we adjust something, you change something or you modify something to be adaptable to something else. So we call it justifications, but we don't have it. See, or adjustment. Now, you imagine? So
Yes.
calibrations means precise adjustments for a particular purpose. So you can see it changed, but it changed with solar energy or it changes in solar energy collection. So it's in, not with. Feel that?
Yes.
That's fine. So C here does not make sense because of the preposition. So changes in, correct. Now, what is your answer?
As I see.
Letter C. No, my friend. Let's read and revise. I said here, describe how text 1 and 2 relate to each other. So find the relationship between them. Let's prove about letter B. We test you about what does or do both of them describe. Text 1 presents findings and gives text 1. So subject, verb, and then compound. So text 1 presents and gives. Another research attempt to explain these findings. Let's see. The fossil record suggests and yeah, of course, they found something, look here, and to account for this discrepancy. So, explanation to this finding, correct? Attempt to explain like that. Number 2, to provide additional detail that calls explanation to questions. Means text 2 show doubt to number 1. What is the doubt in number 1? Let's see, this is doubt. One, colleagues concede, they agree that these from these, see, but here it means they disagree. But DNA release from remains over several millennia requires that the remains be perpetual on the surface. That means they disagree about something. So provides additional detail that calls into question. Feel it? And look, contrast again. See, disagree. That means disagree. So the question about relate to each other, what do both of them describe? Again, text number 1 describes the study. Yes, correct. But a critique of methodology, critique, as you know, disagreement, criticism. So the half of the answer correct, but the other half wrong. What is the critique of the methodology? You know, methodology, how did they collect the information? How did they find? So they have any disagreement about the method or process or the way of collecting information. So this one, that's one, my friend. Stand.
Yes.
Of course, here it does not make sense, not related. So letter P is correct. How about number next? What's yours? What is your answer?
This one is D.
Let's already. No, my friend. Let's follow
What?
the rules. We test you for verb. Set is subject or what? So subject, verb, object. Or what? Programs. To encourage. So we have reason, aim. To encourage this behavior. What did they do? Establish reward points and other incentives, incentives and motivations to do something for shopping. So what are they doing? Are they encountering? No, because it's opposite to the meaning. But how about institute? What means institute? Institute, it's from the institution of education. To put rules to something means to initiate, to teach, to give, to offer, to start doing something, to educate something. So it's a positive meaning. That's why. So follow the rules about the structure can help you. About the settings, do what to the programs, and use the tone. Tone positive or negative? Positive, encouraged, word, sentence. So it's a positive. So occupying? No. You know occupying. To take something, it's not yours. Like occupying countries. To hold the position, it's not yours. Negative. Underestimate, estimate to value something, to respect. Under opposite, to devalue, to disrespect. Negative. We need positive. Wrong. Encountering, it's a common word, means to encounter, to face over a problem. You see, to come into contact with something, to encounter. If I'm encountering my friends, I'm talking to them in a hot discussion, or I'm in contact with them to do something. Okay, but here set is not in contact with problems, but they are starting the problem. Do you know it?
Yes.
So that means here it does not make sense in the context, so it's opposite. And the encounter already have negative feeling. Wrong. So use the structure, use the tone, can help you. Something else, Engineer John, about the development of the sentence. Sentence 1, sentence 2. Sentence 2 is a development to 1. So it could be cause and effect. Look, shoppers can help keep money cycling within a community by making purchases at small local businesses instead of large retailers. Small, not large. What did they do to make that consequence? So they initiate programs, they start the programs, set programs to do something. Look, he said here to this behavior. That means the previous sentence describe behavior because demonstrative pronoun this can help you. So to encourage this behavior in this sentence, they did. It's called structure to help you to get the meaning, but use the tone to help you to delete wrong answers. It's a job. Next one, what did you do?
This one I did A.
You make it A, but no, my friend. Let's follow the rules. Let's follow and revise. Ecologist, subject, my colleagues, of course, found what? The fact. Inhabitants of Mexico Empire used natural landmarks to track time with a high degree of what? So that means your answer is the following sentence. Degree of what? So the inhabitants, subject, used verb, the landmarks to do what? To track time. Look, preposition phrase. To track time with what? With a high degree of exact, precise degree. But wait, the following sentence can help. By observing the sun's position in relation to various points on the mountains surrounding the basin of Mexico were able to precisely identify the dates. All of these precise identify already means exactitude. So I found the same meaning. So to do this action, they did this action. So like cause and effect relation. So you need letter B. So letter B is correct, but wait. Precarious means unstable. To know unstable, something hesitant. So it's called instability. But how instability? You need to know the time. He said precise identify. So it's opposite to the meaning. So precarious means unstable, instability, hesitation. You are not sure, uncertain. Letter C, it's a common word. This word is very important. Resilience means persistent to do something. It means you keep going on your plan despite obstacles. You continue, determination to success, perseverance to work. But we are not talking about to use landmarks to track time with determination. You know, there is no anything to say that. You know, so zero resilience to work on your plan without any obstacles. This means does not make sense. Here, of course, the prefix in it tells you it's a negative, but we need positive. Look, so the tone can help me. So wrong. But wait, we need to know what means conspicuous. Very important word. Conspicuous as an adjective, you remember it, means obvious, means something clear, or equals the word discrete. You remember this word? Discrete means obvious, clear, accurate. Okay, but he said in. It means not clear, but how? He said precisely, opposite. So opposite is the tone. So wrong. So I like you to focus on the Latin roots, can help you. Tone and style. It's called word in context. So the context means the relationship between cause and effect relation as we studied. Contrast relation, cause and effect, using examples this way. That's all, my friend. Now the next. What's yours?
My answer was C. Is it right?
Letter C? No, my friend. Because you give me specific point. We need general. What is the general one? Let's try again. Let's try. Here, the narrator is a young college student writing letters detailing her weekly experience. So the college is organizing the freshman basketball team. There is just a chance that I shall make it. So it tells I can. I'm little, of course, but focus on after but. While others are hopping about in the air, okay, but I can dodge. Look, I focus on the other part of the contrast. Why contrast? So your eye is on this part. Now check the ideas. Does the text explain comparison basketball with other sports? No. Does the text provide details of how to play, like instructions how to play? Rules? No. To state how players will be chosen? Do you have any about a method, process of how players will be chosen? No. But wait, to explain why. Why it means we have reasons. Why the narrator think she might make the basketball because she has abilities, capacities, terribly quick and wiry and tough, and I can dodge under their feet and grab the ball. That means the letter D. Right. So as I told you, follow the rules. Be careful about the answers that show the comparisons. Mistake. Another mistake, the half of the answer is right, but the other half is wrong. Be careful, the ideas is not mentioned in the text. It's related to the topic, but not mentioned, not directly mentioned. Because we test you for main purpose. Must be the text, not from your mind. Right?
All right.
That's fine. So letter D correct. How about next? What did you do?
This one I did A.
You make it. No, my friend. Let's practice what we did. Let's read. An editor, introduction to more, right? So all of these are positive information for the subject. Identifies an increasing sense of what? Remember, we test you for adverb, and the adverb modify adjective. Look, adjective and noun. So we need word to describe the feminist mode of writing in. Look, the contrast, in contrast. So your answer is in contrast to this part. This part, in contrast to this part. So many women authored science fiction stories of two whose politics were less deliberately signaled. So how about the mode of writing? Mode of writing means your style of writing is your style of writing. It could be just like this story, this text, the style. Here he said here politics were less deliberately. Deliberately means intentionally mentioned. So they politics less intention means they don't show politics directly in writing. So signal means you mention it in your writing. If you are a writer, you mention directly politics. But he said less. Now your answer here must be opposite to that. Let's go. Let's go to the answers. I told you about the word chord, the prefix, or the Latin root chord. Chord refers to love or to respect. Yeah, but it does not make sense that the mode of writing is lovely. Is not opposite to that. We need something opposite to that. So less deliberately, opposite to overtly. Less deliberate means less intentionally. It's a hidden secret. Overtly, it's openly. This word means openly. It means you say it directly without fear of something. I say directly. To say that politics is wrong, for example. But that means I found the word does not make sense. Remember, inadvertently means less deliberately. Means, but we need opposite. We need opposite. So wrong. Why we need opposite? In contrast. Prudently means carefully, but it does not describe the mode of writing, and it's not opposite to less deliberately. So A is rock. So letter B is correct, right? So
Right.
I like here to focus on all of these. Chord as a revision, like in according to, in accordance with, according to. So when I say in accordance with, in agreement with, it means I respect, I agree. Do you remember the word accord? So any word has chord means you respect or agree or positive meaning. That's why. And that's why. Let me help you. In means less. Advertently means deliberately. Look, this can help. Feel it. So use the techniques of contrast, cause and effect can help you. Let's try the next. Here I think the scanner did something, but it would be mistake to exhibit that. Let me help you. The first one here, it would be mistake to something, the exhibit that the art and the curator to Baker, who is a member of the Lenape Delaware. So it's a mistake to do what to the exhibit? To what? He said it would be a mistake. Now what is your answer?
B.
Remember a symbol in English means to put together. To put together. So it would be mistake to put together? No. He said here the exhibit, which includes from as well as models that use is essential viewing. So it's already organized. So it's a mistake to put it together? No. Remember, it's a mistake. So it's a mistake to ignore. Remember this word, very important. Most common word, but very important. Let's write the meaning. It can be ignored. It can be disparaging. It can be to scorn. You know, scorn like to disrespect something. It can be to it can be to exaggerate, to make something untruth, to make untruth. Most common. So it's a mistake to disrespect this one. Here, this one. Right? So it's a mistake to disrespect the exhibit. Why? Because the exhibit is essential viewing. It's organized and includes work from. You see, that means. But wait, what means A? To complicate. To complicate it means to make it difficult. To make it difficult to understand something. But we are not talking about difficulty in understanding the exhibit. So it does not make sense. Amplify, common word. What does it mean? Means to increase, because ample means a lot of, but we are not talking about increase of amount of something. And how to say a mistake to increase, because already he said it's essential viewing. So it's important to increase, not to mistake. So opposite. That's why. So we need negative word here because it's mistake too. So here's the word here, mistake. That's one right there. Now let's go. What's your answer?
Is A.
Letter A. No. Let's try. What does the word adjective? What does it describe? Noun or pronoun? You must find the noun. Here, the. What is described in this text about the? Wait, follow the rules. So, cause and effect relation. As long as Moss had lived in West Auckland, he'd never tired of this look, he'd never tired of this particular view. He lived a long of time there. So he didn't feel tired. He still loved it. Of particular view. He pointed toward the windows. Check it, he said, and the port of Auckland began to pass by them. This means we're talking about scenery, view, when you look on from the window, view. So specific. So I cannot describe it as imaginary because he see already windows. It's true, not imagination. Not untrue. Wrong. Of course, the view cannot be energetic or gives energy. No. And we're not talking about it's a correct or wrong because it's already here. It's real. How to say correct it? Does not make sense. So particular means a specific, significant view from his window or his place. So that's why. Feel it? Remember,
Yes.
the word energetic, it's opposite to coming. You know, coming, something make you calm. So when I say energetic for you, it takes energy from me, you know, it makes me tired. Like energetic homework, thing was subject. A lot of questions. That means. But here it does not because he said he'd never tired. That's why. So we use the relation, cause and effect, contrast, give an example, any clue to help you, and use the structure to help you. Adjective, describe, noun, pronoun. That's why. The next. What's yours?
D.
Letter D. No, my friend. Why? You said perpetual. What all of these adjective? What does it describe? After reading, you will find the flare. Remember, he said before the flare. That means the flare happened before the flare. How to say the flare is before the flare? He said before the flare something happened. Look, the crown happened before the flare. So how flare happened before flare? How? Opposite. Because anti means pre. Did you imagine it? Before the flare something happened. Let's imagine it's something like that. The sun. The sun has, for example, this region. This region gives you, look, exhibits increased brightness above this region. This brightness tells the scientist that this is part will explode. See, as he mentioned, advanced indication of solar flares. What is solar flares? Definition between two dashes. Imagine after the dash. Intense eruptions of electromagnetic radiation, you know. So that means here. Perpetual, wrong. Why? Because he said here temporarily. Perpetual means for long time, forever. Not means harmful. In means not, so not harmful. No, it's harmful. Interfere with communication, so it's harmful. Impending is something is going to happen. Yes, it's correct. He said it gives us advanced indication. It's like a hint that something will happen. So the flare is going to happen because of advanced evidence of an eruption. So the brightness tells the scientist something is going to happen. That's all. So we test you for the Latin roots. So memorize the Latin roots, prefix and suffixes, and the context clues